So Marco's question was, before I got into the legal space, how did I learn what a lawyer's pain points were? It starts with a macro problem. So inside of the Blueprint training, I think some of my favorite training I've ever done is the offer design training. And in that training, I talk about diagnosing pain points and literally building your entire business around that. It's very simple. Every single person here, we're all solving the same problem. It's customer acquisition, right? Whether that's for e-commerce or lawyers or doctors or dentists or whatever that is, right? We're trying to drive new customers. So that's the macro problem that we start with. Now that gets contextualized to lawyers. Like I said, they don't necessarily care about leads. What I've learned, they care about qualified leads. Like they don't just want their phone to ring 1,000 times. They want it to ring 10 times with people that are qualified, right? So that comes with a little bit of testing, a little bit of learning, a little bit of negative YouTube comments when you put it out there, a lot of sales conversations with attorneys, but also like something happens just in life as human beings. Like when you start going, things start to open up for you, right? Like when you decide to run a business and quit your job, your business starts to grow a lot faster, right? Because it has the full power of your human brain after it. So when you go down this process of creating content, what's going to happen is you're going to start following people on TikTok and Instagram, right? Creators in that space. You're going to start looking at videos. You're going to start reading books. I literally, all of my competitors write books, and I'm like, thank you guys for giving me all of your insights and strategies, because I read them. I listen to them. You know what I mean? I download all that information. So the information is out there. You just gotta bring it in. You know what I mean? And the more that you do it, you know, you learn so much from it too, right? So just the process of researching the content is going to help you to learn and grow a lot from it. But it just starts with that macro problem of customer acquisition, right? And understanding what the best way to acquire customers for is them. And then like you're off and running. Like I said, for us with lead generation, with lawyers, I purposely chose lawyers because I knew search marketing was a great way. It's the best way for lawyers to get clients. It still is, even though it's very competitive, it's very expensive. There's nothing more powerful than for a personal injury attorney to rank first in Google or have the first ad. It's just they print money. So knowing that though, like again, there's a whole universe of topics inside of customer acquisition through search that they're interested in, that they're looking for, that they care about, right? Like paid search ads, paid search in itself, a whole universe. There's landing pages, there's targeting, there's A/B testing, there's why your agency sucks, there's why your economics aren't working, there's CRM integrations, that's 5 topics right there just on PPC, right? And then you start again going down SEO, and then you just start learning about the stuff like, and then going down that path, this is how I realized like we need to integrate CRM kind of coaching, consulting, and implementations into our service, because as I went down this path, I'm like, yo, these dudes were sending leads to their emails, and like these guys are paying me 10 grand a month and don't answer my emails. So like we're sending these leads to their email. I know they're not tracking it. Like I need to help them with that, you know? So like CRM is a whole new thing that now we can explore. Intake services with them is a whole new thing. So like home services is another one. Like, one second. Home service is another one. Their biggest problem in home services, I went through the renovation process of my home. This guy's phone was ringing nonstop when he was in my house with people that were like interested in it. His biggest problem was not lead generation. It was managing leads. It was project management. It was customer service. Like if you've ever done any sort of renovation on your home, it's a nightmare. None of them have any sort of customer service skills. None of them have any sort of organization. So like, that's what you should be thinking about, right? When we talk about like differentiating yourself in these markets, like when you talk about being an expert and being an authority, when you're walking into a pitch and everyone else is like, let me show you these keywords in the rankings. And you're like, no. Like before we talk about that, like show me how you're managing your leads. Show me your project management system. Like when you start having that conversation with them, they're like, okay, this is different. This is different. And now like we have a Tripwire offer at our agency now where we're doing an analytics dashboard setup for free. It's an agency analytics. It's super easy. But like when we go through that and we set up conversions in their GA, I have a contractor, $15 an hour. It takes them 3 hours. That's $45 out of my pocket to set up conversions, set up what converts, set up tag manager, pipe it all into one report and one dashboard. We do that for free. Because then once I have that, I'm like, now we know where your leads are coming from. Now we know what you're paying per lead. Now let's talk about what we can do for lead generation. It's just a whole different energy, right? So like that all started from content creation, and that started from going down this path. So start macro and go deeper. Hey, Ryan here. Hope you liked that video. If you want more, check out these 2 videos right here on the screen.